Hey guys, WaluigiWalkthrough's here with another episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword walkthrough. In the last part we got the Stone of Trials from completing the Skyloft Silent Realm, the last Silent Realm in the entire game, and we also opened the way to the final dungeon. So from here on out we are going to be completing the game. Yes, this game came and went, and it's been basically half a year really. Yeah, it's probably going to be like half a year by the time I finish uploading the last part of this walkthrough, but anyway. So here we are. Let's do this. Let's beat this game. I'm pretty excited. Like, the end of this game is just perfect, in my opinion. It's just a wonderful ending to a wonderful game. So, I'm gonna get a little teary-eyed here. But anyway. Welcome to Skykeep. Yes. There's a treasure chest right in front of us. This is where the Triforce is held. And we're going to get it. We're going to get the Triforce. Something that we haven't technically done since a long time. I mean, technically since Wind Waker, because, yeah. But anyway, here it is. Here it is. What we've been looking for all along. I gotcha, it's the dungeon map. But it's good that we have the dungeon map because what's interesting about Skykeep is that though it is just 8 rooms organized in blocks, it's not really interesting to look at. This dungeon is unique because this whole dungeon is arranged to the point where it's like, it's a block puzzle really. So the layout of the map, or the layout of this dungeon, is all dependent on how you lay it out. So it's basically a gigantic puzzle. How cool is that? My mind was blown when I first played this dungeon. I was like, what? I was like, wow, Nintendo, you really have not run out of these ideas yet. But anyway, those doors are locked because there's no room connecting to it. So here we have the block puzzle, basically. You can move around the blocks, and in order to get this whole block puzzle thing done, in order to get through this dungeon, I've come up with a method, and I hope this works out. But I'm probably going to edit in this whole little naming convention for these blocks, so it's easy for you guys to follow. So, anyway, here we go. Alright, so this block we're going to call A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, and C1 and C2. So the first move that we have to do, or we should do, is move B3, and then to C3, and then move B2 to B3. Master, I have new information for you now, since indicates that the shaking was just caused by a change in the building structure. Yes, so, yep, like I said, we're going to be altering the layout of this dungeon in order to get through each room. And the good thing about this whole method about getting through Skykeep is that we are able to collect each piece of the Triforce one after each other. So it's not really like we're going to be grabbing one and then we're going to be going from room to room trying to figure out how we get to the second one. It's a very simple method, and it actually makes this dungeon so much easier. I mean, like, the first time I played this dungeon, I was completely lost, and I probably spent like 2 hours here. Hopefully I can get this down under in 1 hour, but anyway. So, each of these rooms are basically modeled after the zones that we have been to in the entire game. This one's modeled after the forest, and a little bit of the cistern, ancient cistern, so it's like a fusion of the two. Alright, so here we have a whip target, but we don't want to latch onto that yet, because there's really nowhere that we can go from there. We just fall into the bottomless pit. But if we send out our hook beetle, we can cut off that rope. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be using every single item in this dungeon, which is the best part. You know, of like all the final dungeons of every Zelda game, I have to say that this is the best. Like, it really is the best. The one in Ocarina of Time is okay, because it kind of follows the same format like this one, but there's really no puzzle element to it like this. This is like puzzleception. It's a puzzle within a puzzle within a puzzle, really. It's puzzleception. Alright, so once we get rid of that Skulltula, if we get our bow and arrow, we can get rid of one of these Furixes, I believe that's what they're called. And all the way over there, we have some of these pyros, or pyrims, or pyrotes, whatever they're called. They're not really a problem from this distance, but we're going to be ending up like over there on that end of the wall eventually, so it's easier to just take care of them right now. Alright, So we get up the claw shots and get over to this. Okay, that was... I completely missed that, even though my target said I would hit it. But anyway, you could use the bombs like here on this little column to like get rid of those pyro guys, but it's really just takes a long time with the hook beetle. But anyway, grab onto this rope and make sure you aim properly to get onto this platform. Alright, like we used the gust bellows in the Great Tree to move these platforms, we're gonna have to do the same here. Yeah, we're basically revisiting a lot of these puzzles all over again, and wow, that was close. Yeah, it's really, we're gonna be using our whole arsenal. I love this. This is really fun. Oh, how did you miss that? I did not mean to miss that, but oh well, I guess that can happen. Be careful. Pro tip, be careful. It's probably something that Fee would say. Master, what do you want? I want some advice, Fee. Master, be careful. Thank you, Fee. Troll face. Anyway. Alright, let's make sure we don't miss it this time. And unfortunately with this platform, there's really not enough room to, like, get a good swing in. But anyway. So over here we have a bird statue, and if we unlock the switch, we can make an easy shortcut for ourselves back to the beginning of the room. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some backtracking. Anyway. Harp, yeah. That's how we activate a goddess wall. Since we don't really need fairies or hearts or anything, I'm just gonna get some rupees. Get myself a good red rupee. Good money. Now, I've been doing the rupee symbol wrong this entire game. Apparently, you're supposed to draw, like, a six-sided shape. Basically a hexagon. I've been drawing, like, a parallelogram, really. What? A silver rupee? Well, I didn't know you could get a silver rupee from a goddess wall. Is it specific only to this goddess wall? Huh. Well, that was a pleasant surprise. Anyway. So we have a bird statue here we can save if we want. We don't need to. And let's head on. Yeah. So if there's really no room connected to one of the doors, then the door's locked and you can't get through. So... But anyway. So this room is going to be the Laneru mining facility reprise, basically. And we're gonna have some more time shift stone puzzles! Or time shift ore puzzles. I love these puzzles. But anyway. Alright. It's kind of like a mix of the pirate strongholds and mining facility. So, yeah. Let's grab ourselves some arrows. Because we're gonna be needing them. But definitely coming into this dungeon with the Hylian Shield and 20 hearts really makes this something so much easier. It's like a piece of advice, if you're really going to be playing this game, you don't have to come in here with the Hylian Shield. You certainly don't even have to complete the game with the Hylian Shield, but there are a few things in this dungeon that you have to do that having the Hylian Shield really makes your life so much easier and less stress-filled. Like, seriously, there are some things later on, like, especially when you're collecting, like, the pieces of the Triforce that really, if you're not careful, your shield will just be destroyed in a couple seconds. So, yeah, it's a good thing to come in here with the Hylian Shield. It definitely makes this place so much easier. I'm really glad that I'm coming in here with the Hylian Shield, so... But anyway. Well, that was a little weird. Link just stopped in mid-air with the sailcloth. Anyway. I've never seen that happen anyway, so... We want to throw the time shift orb up this conveyor belt, and if we can get up here as fast as possible, I can show you guys why. Yay! It's like basically moving time. So, and if we step on the switch, we can get the time shift orb back. Yeah, cool puzzles. Really cool puzzles. Anyway, over here we have the next station that we can use. So any place marked on the map with a red X means that there's a station that we can move around. Move rooms around. Move mooms around, yeah. I like moving mooms, but anyway. If we go down the stairs, there's really nothing there other than a couple bokoblins, so we want to move the platform with the gust bellows. Make sure you pass through the archway before the time shift door gets there because you'll otherwise be electrocuted. And here we have a gate. Simply just press on the switch and then blow the... Oh wow, what's going on with my remote? Alright, just press on the switch and get the platform going. There we go. Alright. Alright, now we need to move the platform all the way to the... close to the end of the track, because there's a gate blocking our way now. And if we shoot the switch, we can open the gate. And if we pull the switch, the platform will just come automatically to us, so we don't have to really worry about the gust bellows. Oh, I was like worried for a moment. I was like, where did the time shift orb go? Yeah, it's completely in my way, but I just couldn't see it. Anyway, if we get this switch, we can open a shortcut to the beginning of the room, so we don't have to really backtrack all the way back the way we came. Alright, so here we want to put the time shift orb on another conveyor belt. This one moves really slowly, for a good reason. And here we have some BMOs. Now, with the Hylian shield, I should be showing this off, you can have that beam on your shield without it destroying it ever. So, you could actually be there for like, I don't know, you could sit there for hours and the BMOs would just continue sending the laser beam at you. It's kind of funny, like it's not really going to do anything, but anyway. Another thing that I would like to show off is that I got this comment a while back when I was doing the linear mining facility, is that if you use the gust bellows on the BMO's heads, like on its little ears, it will daze it and confuse it. So, that's just another way of just making this enemy unable to attack you. I'm over here, buddy. Yeah, and I didn't really know that until I read the comment, and I've been meaning to try that out for some time. So, I can't remember who sent me the comment about that, but thank you. Thank you for the tip. I never knew that, so that's a really cool thing about that. Another use for the gust bellows. Anyway, you want to get the conveyor belt moving back, and you want to hit these switches before they get covered up by the barbed wire. So if we hit all 5 switches, we will unlock the gate, so we can continue on. Alright. Conveyor belt's a little slow. Now, there are a couple things in this dungeon where it's like, if you know how to do the puzzle, it might just take a while, because things move pretty slowly in this dungeon otherwise. Alright, so now that we have the station activated, this next set of moves are going to be pretty tricky, so bear with me here. Alright, so first, we want to move A2 to B2. Move A2 to B2. Next, we want to move A1 to A2. Then B1 to A1, then C1 to B1, then C2 to C1, then B2 to C2, and then finally B1 to B2. Alright. Yeah, that's a lot of moves, like about 7 of them, but the reason why we want to do this is so we can get to the room with the treasure chest. It's a clear shot from there. Alright, so let's head back. Yeah. No, this is not the way. What am I doing? I have a shortcut. I don't want to have to go all the way back. Yeah. Yeah, make sure you activate the shortcut. It'll make your life so much easier. There's one room in particular, like, it's actually the one that we're going to be going to right now, the one with the treasure chest. That room we're going to be having to go to quite a few times in this, well, I mean, basically in this strategy. So, it's not a bad room, but maybe wondering why we're going to be getting the treasure chest. We haven't even found anything really in this dungeon yet to do. We haven't even made any progress really, but grabbing that treasure chest is going to open the way to basically everything from here on out. So, alright. So now in this room, yeah, it's really weird that, like, going back to, like, a couple of rooms where it's like you should be going back to, like, one of the rooms that you were previously in. It's kind of a weird feeling, but anyway. This room is the equivalent of the Earth Temple. Yeah, the second dungeon of the game. But it's kind of like a fusion of the Fire Temple, I mean the Fire Sanctuary and the Earth Temple. So, anyway. So our way is blocked, and there's a Dark Lizalfos over there. So we're going to have to find a way to open the gate. We crawl in here and we look to the right. There is some rocks blocking our way. There is some rocks. There are some rocks. Dang nabbit. Me and my inability to move on with my life if I mispronounce something. Alright. Collecting bombs. Putting them in my bum bag. Sorry for how long this is gonna take. It's really dull, but I need the bombs. Alright. So we want to toss a bomb in here and blow it up. Kaboom! Kaboom! I love that guy from Wind Waker. Kaboom! Miss! Kaboom! Okay, those large choo-choos. Alright. So now we're going to be using our magma mitts, our great and marvelous magma mitts, and now we can hit the switch to open the gate. How convenient. Alright. Shuffle backwards. Alright. So now let's head back out of this hole so we can get to the gate that we just opened. Alright. Hey, buddy. Oh, okay. Alright, gonna do your curse attack. Let's see if the shield works like it said it. Yeah, it does! Awesome. I'm not a liar! Ooh. Dang it. I wanted that lizard tail, but anyway. So over here we have a tablet. If we read this, seek the gemstones that sleep behind each statue. If you strike them in order from low size, the door will open. So what in the world does that mean? Alright. Well, here we have some bombable walls. That came directly out of Wind Waker. And over there is one of the switches! Woohoo! So that switch is basically the middle. And here's another platform over here, and this is the lowest switch. Now, to get the bomb into that little hole, you should be aiming for the far edge of that corner. And hopefully if I did this right... Yeah! First try! Alright. It's kind of hard to judge that, but once you know the trick, it's really easy. Alright, so the third switch should be over there, but we can't really see it. There's some trees blocking the way. Now what you want to do is you actually want to be heading down to the switch down here. It's kind of an odd thing to do, but... And we also have to activate it. Yeah, make sure you activate it before you leave this area. Alright, so the lowest switch is activated. Now if we use a claw shot, to get up here in the vines, because climbing is overrated. As another comment pointed out, but yes, climbing is completely overrated. Alright. When you have the claw shots, things are so much easier. Alright, so we have a bomb over here. If we shoot it with the arrows, we can blow up the trees surrounding it. And over here we can activate the switch as well. Alright, so... Oh, how did I miss? Oh, I missed! Thank you, Nintendo Capri-Sun, for years of entertainment. Alright. So let's get the hook beetle out, and now we can grab the bomb and open the path to the final switch. Yeah, these dang trees are getting in our way. I don't even know how these trees are able to survive in here. There's magma. There's really just... It's just... How are they getting water? I don't understand. Maybe I'm just not meant to understand it. Anyway. So if we drop a bomb in here, as we always have. There it is! So let's get our arrows, make this easier on ourselves, and there we go. Lowest to highest, the gate opens. That tablet did not lie to me. You know, the next Zelda game, they should just make like a tablet with advice that's completely wrong, and then you kind of have to figure it out all on your own. It can kind of be like a backwards dungeon, where it's like left is right and right is left, and then what is true is false, and what is false is true. I mean, that's an idea for you there, right, Nintendo? Yeah, please use that idea. That's really cool. Not just because it's my idea, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. It could kind of be like a mirror dungeon. But anyway. So we're going to be doing something new with our magma mitts. Something we didn't really know that we could do before. But with the magma mitts, once we activate a bomb, we can hit it multiple times before it explodes. I don't know why is it that we can like hit it without it exploding. I personally would have thought that the sharp claws on the magma mitts would, like, destroy the bomb instantly, but I guess not. It's Nintendo logic, right? Yeah. Alright, so now we have to push this gate back. Yeah, all that hard work to push it in the first place. Now we have to push it back. And we need to get back out the way we came. Don't worry, this whole magma mitt digging underground puzzle thing is almost at its end. Yeah, we really don't have to do much with it anymore. But anyway, so now that we push the gate back, there's a new passage that we can go through. Yeah, it's something that we didn't see before. Well, I mean, I didn't see before, but anyway. Alright, here's the final burrow puzzle, and we just have to fight these centipede guys, so 2 of them, yeah. If you haven't already hated this whole thing right now, you're gonna hate it by the end of this, so just bear with me for one more time and we can do this. You know, I've progressively gotten better at doing this. Alright. Thank you for not turning. That actually makes my life so much easier, but anyway. How did that thing work the first time I did that? It's just... Oh, dang it. Move! Alright, thank you. Thank you for not finding me again. That would have been a dick thing to do, but... Anyway. Come on, stamina meter, fill up. Gosh, I hate this thing underground. I swear it actually depletes much faster when it's underground. Come on, I'm almost there. There we go. Alright, 2 more hits and this nightmare is gonna be over. These guys are actually working in my favor. They're doing what I want them to do. I'm using my good old Jedi mind trick. And that still doesn't work. How did I make it work the first time? Dang it. Oh! Ooh, ooh! Ooh! Opening, opening, opening! Ah! There we go. Finally, okay. Yes, we're finally done with the magma mitts. Yeah, we're not really going to be using them ever again. Yay! Unless you have something else to do, but... Anyway. And this is the end of the Fire Sanctuary Earth Temple room. So, let's just open the gate. And make our way to the next room. Yeah, there's a station here, but we really don't have to use it. I mean, the next room that we want to get to is already in place, so... Alright. Now, before you head off into this room, if you destroy these pots, make sure you grab this fairy. Because we're going to be facing a little bit of a mini-boss. Yes. A fun mini-boss, in fact. Servo's brother! Yeah, this guy's awesome. Alright, so let's tattle him. Master. No, that's not what I wanted to do! Thank you, though. Oh, jeez. Alright, there we go. This is LD003D Dreadfuse. This menacing robot called Skykeep, and it's thought to be a similar model to the Servo on Skipper's ship. Anyway, there's the same strategy involved in this battle, just like with Servo, but now that we have the Hylian shield, we don't have to worry about our shield being destroyed in the process. Okay, why does my nunchuck work? Alright. So basically, same strategy, just send him to the end of the plank, so he loses a sword, now he pulls out another one, because these guys love their electro swords. Ow. Shield! There we go. Swing like a crazy person! Alright. Though it doesn't really show you that the back gate is moving up, it's getting closer, so... Another thing to note that this plank is shorter than the one that you fought Servo on, so this does make the battle a little bit faster. Oh boy. Come on, shield. Get back! I said, get away from me! Alright, come on. Timing is a little bit more difficult with this guy. That wasn't that great of a battle, but who cares? Our shield is perfectly fine because it's magical and it's not destructible. Sucks to you, Dreadfuse. Sucks to your Asmar. All right. So this room is basically kind of like the Great Tree. I don't know why they decided that this room has to have Dread Fuse. It would have made more sense if it was kind of like a desert theme, but... or a factory theme, like anyway. Anyway, inside that small chest, we get this small key, and we have absolutely no idea where that should be going, but we're going to be finding that out very soon. Yeah, we're going to be using that small key to make our way to the next Triforce. Or to the Triforce. Anyway, so for this part, for this puzzle, we want to rotate the rooms counterclockwise until the green room is lined up with the room that we're currently in. Yes. Basically, these rooms just indicate, like the green, red, and blue room indicate that those rooms have the Triforce pieces in them. So, here we go. Let's go collect the Triforce.